Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mendham High School in Mendham, New Jersey, as the Morris Hills Scarlet Knights will meet up in a New Jersey Wrestling Athletic Conference clash with the Mendham Minutemen. I'm Donald J. Brower. With me is James Clarke. James, talk about this match as we're waiting for Mendham to come out here and warm up. Just kind of talk about this match and this, this battle of two really good squads in Morris County.
Well, let's really talk about it. I mean, Morris Hills, let's talk about them for a second. They're looking pretty sharp right now. They've beaten some really good perennial powerhouses like Kittatinny and Pope John. I mean, this team is for real. But Mendham with Coach Bay, give them credit where credit is due. They always bring up the best team that they possibly can. But tonight is going to be a big test for them to beat this Morris Hills team, a very young and talented Morris Hills team. This is going to put them to the test tonight.
And this is going to be interesting to see, obviously, with Morris Hills and how everything goes. Because, as we said, young team, move up from the National to the American Division. They've won the National Division last year in the NJAC. Move up to the American Division, which is a tougher division, not the toughest division, with a Del Barton, with a Pope John, with those type of schools. And for them to move up, and you're going to have to battle these Mendham teams. And it's going to be one of those things where, especially in this division, there's a separation. Because, as we said, you have the Mount Olive, you have the Pope John to an extent, which Morris Hills has already knocked up, but you have a Del Barton, who's going to be that third, fourth, fifth team in this American division and position themselves really well to kind of make a run in sectionals, which both squads really want to do.
And I think they can absolutely do that tonight, but they got to face each other first to see where they are on the mat right now.
Exactly. And it's going to be interesting because when you look at these two teams, the one thing you look at is you go, okay, Mendham has a favorite here. Morris Hills has a favorite here. It's going to come down to the coin toss. And if you watched our coverage last night, the coin toss was the biggest thing with the match at North Hunterdon. So, it'll be interesting to see how it goes here. And, Mendham with the crowd here and just kind of getting into it as we go here. But as we go, I know how you always tease people about wanting to do this, but we gotta talk about some sponsors and our follows. Follow us on social media at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, Facebook. For you want to go to Twitter at GardenStateHSW, Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you're watching us on YouTube, that little link down there, like and subscribe. You'll get notified when we have upcoming matches and coverage. You'll get notified when we have podcasts come out. When we do some stuff, like, for example, this weekend when we interview the winners at the HWS, that's going to be a special broadcast we do. Any type of content we put out, follow us on social media. We appreciate it really well, and it helps us do what we do here, as well as our sponsors. Mendham Bagel. You have Mendham Bagel. You have Harrington Companies. All the Harrington Companies, thank you for your support of not only the broadcast tonight, but the matchup, we do every year, as well as everything we do on the site. Hoffman Supply, Hoffman Construction, Hoffman Recycling. Dan Warnerkoff, Champion Athletes, big proponent not only of the podcast, but what we do. And all the local sponsors, as I said, Mendham Bagel, Frank's Pizza, Action Towing in Chester, all big supporters of what we do here. We're waiting for Mendham to come out here to warm up, and then we're going to start promptly at 7, or maybe Mendham's just going to make us wait until 7. People are still filing in here. Here we go. I think they're getting ready with the music. We'll see who they pick as far as what it looks like it's going to be. Morris Hills is going to be green. West Morris will be red. We're going to be starting at 106 tonight. See if we get a little better setup than last night where we couldn't hear who was coming out. So that'll be interesting.
Well, the crowd here a little bit tonight is a little shallow, so maybe we'll have a nice time hearing the names tonight for once.
We should. as they're going with some old school Kid Rock.
You know, this is a perfect time to be running out to this kind of music. Love it.
And here come the Mendham Minutemen. It's an interesting Mendham team, too. We talked a little bit about them, the last couple of years with everything they were doing. Just talking, with them, especially losing some of the great guys they've had in previous years. Now they have a young squad, kind of, almost in a rebuilding year, but they still have some quality kids out there who should compete. So, very exciting matchup. I'm excited to call here with West Morris.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely a team.
Morris Hills. Yeah. I'm all on the Morris part.
Morris Hills or Mendham? Which one are you talking?
I can't tell. I meant Morris Hills, but I went to Morris. It's throwing me off.
Yeah, no, I mean, Morris Hills is looking like they're a team for real. And I think a lot of teams are really going to have to plan on how to beat them because I think they're a team that could really fly under the radar this season.
I think they kind of basically shot the radar to hell with that win over Kittatinny.
Yeah.
Kind of say, I know that was a big statement win for them. And the one thing I want to see about Morris Hills is they beat a quality team in Kittatinny. They lose really bad to a High Point team the other day by like 30 points. And High Point's struggling this year. So when you look at High Point, you're kind of like, okay, you want to see what they have. So it'll be interesting seeing that. One of those things will be interesting with everything with as far as they go. Because, even though High Point may be down a little bit, it's just one of those, maybe it's the matchups. It just there's always that one team that's just the matchups are bad.
Yeah, and it also has to do with coaching, too. If you have a more superior coaching staff than the other, that also comes into play, too, for these kind of dual matches here.
100%. All right, I have the full sponsor list so I don't forget anybody. Harrington Contractors and Companies. I already mentioned them. The Harrington Companies. With the recycling, with the construction, with, I'm missing one and I'm forgetting it, but it's the, it's the landscaping. So, Harrington Companies. Mendham Bagel and Coffee Shop, right here in Mendham. Anytime I come through, Hoffman Supply, that's the one I was missing. Mendham Bagel Company. Anytime I come to a Mendham match, that's where I get my breakfast. Great food, right by the high school. You come out to any matches, stop at Mendham Bagel. You want to get a chance to grab some pizza afterwards? Go to Frank's Pizza. Same complex as Mendham Bagel. Great pizza, very good. Action Towing of Chester. They're the ones I use if I need any type of repairs. Action Towing is quick, concise, and they don't try to rob you. They're a good company. Please use them. And, of course, Champion Athletes, Dan Warnikoff. Dan Warnikoff, big proponent of mine for years, big supporter of Garden State HS Wrestling and wrestling as a whole. If you want to get healthier, especially with this new year, new me stuff everybody's saying, Dan will help you with the meal plans. Dan is the man who can get you that fuel to help you be the best you could be. Still warming up here. I mean, Coach Bates putting us a little bit behind time, and I can feel the burning in the side of my face as my camera woman, the woman who I love more than life itself, my wife, who is my fill-in camera woman, is absolutely thrilled to be at Mendham High School on a Wednesday evening. She's absolutely thrilled to be at a Mendham High School on a Wednesday evening covering wrestling with me. This is her dream come true. She talks about going to Disneyland. This is her Disneyland, folks. She loves high school wrestling and Mendham wrestling at the most. Right, Amanda? Give me a thumbs up. Let's just say that wasn't a thumbs up I got.
Well, she definitely gave me the look there. She looked very happy to me. So
she did raise a finger, but I don't think it was the one we could talk about on air. I love my wife. So we are starting at 106 tonight. And I think the reason this is a little later going on is how they had had to be like 15 JV matches.
They had so many JV
Morris
matches.
Hills has so many kids. Morris Hills has to have, from what I'm hearing, different counts, has to have close to 60 kids.
Most definitely. They just have kids all over from all sorts of different weights. So they're definitely not hurting for numbers, that's for sure.
Not at all. They're making up what they're having. As we see, they're getting ready to go here. So on a funny note, we kept hearing this beeping, and I thought I was connected to the sound system. I think it was Coach Bade, because I realized he's messing with his phone and turning it down, so it must have been him.
Yeah, I think it was the Bluetooth from his phone or somebody's phone.
It was beeping, and I was going crazy over here thinking I'm touching something. I was hooked into something.
Well,
my crew was laughing at me because they're like, what are you talking about?
well, I first thought it was us, too. But I didn't want to say anything just to, never know. We'll just leave it at that.
Be here with the Lehighs. We're going to start with the national anthem first. Going to have the Lehighs here.
Good evening and welcome to Mendham High School. Today's contest
ready for some action here. Captain's going to come out for the flip here, as we said. Morris Hills will be green. Mendham will be red.
And all my prediction is going to be is this match will come down to the coin flip.
This is a really good matchup. Let's see who wins. Green's going to win. And it looks like Mendham's going to be odds, and Morris Hills will be even. I'm assuming it's going to be Aiden Riley and Josh Levins. This is the only one they sent out for 106. That's exactly who it was. This is so much easier when there's not multiple kids at a weight. I like that. It's just simple.
Yeah, definitely. There you go. The match is underway with a Riley takedown. Almost thought that was going to get some near fall points there.
He had the hook. He was just trying to get the right angle to kind of come around the corner.
Yeah. Trying to work a power half here is Riley. Now he's trying to work it, trying to run it through.
Mendham will like nothing here more than to get a pin, get that first 6 right on the board.
Definitely. I think any points, especially a pin, you got to start off the match on a high note. Otherwise, you're going to be behind the whole entire time as both wrestlers go out of bounds with 1:17 left in the first period. You know, it's nice to actually have another Hackettstown alumni besides myself here tonight. Having Frank Leitner, who was a former Hackettstown alumni as well. So,
well, he doesn't claim you. He told me that. He said, I'm not sure about that kid, James Clarke.
Well, he's refed me in the past. My mom went to high school with him. He has saw a picture of him with really long hair back in the day. So,
he's actually done my All-Star match in the past as well.
Yeah, he's one of the best officials in the state of New Jersey. Has done it for so many years.
You wonder if we might have a stalemate here? It looks like
yeah,
blew a whistle. He wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah, I think so too. I think referee Frank Leitner will call it here any second.
Riley's a little too high, so he can't break down the legs, and basically Levin can just fight it off there. He hits too much of a base there. So if Riley were to kick his legs out and get Levin flatter, I think he'd have a better chance of trying to roll him here. But as it looks, he has Levin. Levin's in a great position where he can basically use his legs and lower body to kind of fight off this turn.
Right, and I think he's in a position now he could just really shake off Riley from up top of him and try and get a reversal here in the next 8 seconds here in the first.
I think we're going to see it end 2-0. I don't think we're going to see anything too crazy here. I'm actually shocked he didn't start do a stalemate there. They were moving around a little bit, but there really wasn't any action in that situation.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised about that one too. Maybe he saw there was more action coming afterwards, but you're right. I didn't really see a whole lot of action there as Riley takes bottom to start the second period. As he's going to go in for he was going to get in for a switch there. But Levin just got a nice mat return by Josh Levin.
Peeling away the arms here. Riley close, and he gets it. He was in great position. He almost got up right at the whistle, and now he gets right up after that. So great tenacity there by going in. Looks like he got to the double here. She got to pull it in. He's right on the edge line now.
And they'll call that out of bounds. 1:26 left in the second. As now both wrestlers are hanging on the head, trying to do some hand fighting there a little bit.
Riley seems to be the aggressor so far in this match.
Yeah, he got that quick takedown. He was able to ride tough on top. So he's really initiating the action, which is something that Mendham really wants. And I'm sure Coach Begg, before the start of this match, really wanted, really emphasized the fact that aggression is going to be a big difference maker in this match. as Riley gets a takedown. Great takedown by Aiden Riley to lead 5-0.
See, now if you look at his position there where he was just at, he was a little lower on the hips. He wasn't as high up. He was actually sitting on the hips.
And Riley's going to choose the cut Josh Levin to lead 5-1 now, which I think is a smart choice. I think you're in a position, you're having a hard time on top. You can definitely work the takedown game here and maybe try and get some back points out of it too if you're able to do a throw. And I think that's exactly what he's doing, is he's near a takedown there, and he will get the takedown. Now he'll try to run a power half.
He looked like he was going for a cradle, but he's just in a really awkward position to get him over.
Yeah, I think that just wasn't in the right position there to throw in a cradle. So now he's settling himself back a little bit, now trying to get some back points out of that power half with that leg hooked in. And he's had a 1 count, that's all. And now he turns
Oh, there he goes. He's going to get some points here.
Yeah, definitely. I think he could get the pin here if he just readjusts himself, settle back a little bit more. He could get the pin here.
Short time. He's going to get the 3. Going to take a 10-1 lead into the third.
And Levin is going to choose top to start the third period after trailing 10-1. Now we got some blood time here from Aiden Riley.
Could get a little blood time, as you said. But impressive start so far for Riley. He's been pushing the pace.
He really has. And I really thought, like, at the beginning of the match, I thought that he would have gone already for the pin, like you said before. But, you know, now I think he's just taking advantage of where he's strongest at, and it's definitely on his feet. He's been taking all the shots so far. So if Levin wants to come back here, obviously he needs to get the pin. But he's going to have to really start turning it on here as we had 2 minutes left in the third period.
And you almost wonder, especially at this point, if Coach Bullet is just telling him, you know, listen, right now it's a major. You know, if you lose, that's fine. We're not cutting you today. But, you know, let's try to get it so it's only 3 instead of a major. So, and I'm sure Coach Big was telling Riley, go for it.
Definitely.
Don't do anything stupid, but try to go and get what you need to get.
Yeah, and that's something that, you know, both coaches are preaching in their own right. Obviously, Mendham wants a pin. Morris Hills is losing, so they don't want to give up a major. They want to try to give up as less points as possible.
Yeah, they don't want to get the bonus points. That's what you're.
As Riley gets out, and he leads at 11-1.
Now he's in deep with a single there. Nice takedown.
Just a beautiful double leg takedown here. I think at this point now you really could just work for the tech fall, but I think if you're Riley, you definitely want to get the pin.
You want to go for the pin, but if you tilt him here and you get the points, you know, you're still getting the 5. That's what you want.
Yeah.
You don't want to just wait and he's got it. You could be potentially dangerous because how Levin's sitting there. We'll see if Frank calls it. Nice readjustment there by Riley not to get it called. He was trying to run it a little high. It looked a little like it could have been a little rough, but he goes with the power half.
And what I really like about just watching Aiden Riley is that he's aware of where he is on the mat at all times. And that's what a lot of wrestlers don't always realize where they are on the mat. I think Riley's been doing a really good job with that tonight.
It's interesting because I think Riley, what he should have done there when he had him stretched out was, I knew it was going to be, they were going to eventually call it because he was a little high on there. I'm actually shocked he didn't try to shift his position, go to the side, and then just run that half. He had him stretched out. He could have, come off the hips a little bit and just run it.
Yeah, I think that's where the most difficulty was for him, as he now is throwing in yet another power half with trying to hook the legs in. He is getting a little high, a little sloppy on top, but.
And right now, Levin, is just trying not to get pinned or give up the tech fall. 23 seconds, he's got to run this here if he can. Try to flatten him out and go with it.
But Levin just doing all that he can. He's fighting for dear life to not give up any more points for this team, as now Frank Leitner just called another potentially dangerous from Riley. Got 10 seconds left here in the third, and from the looks of it right now, unless anything crazy happens in the next 10 seconds, which I don't think is really going to, Riley will get the major 13-1 to put Mendham on the board 4-0. So Aiden Riley, your winner, 13-1. Mendham now leads, gets the first lead of the night, 4-0 over Morris Hills. As the match is now underway.
Ray Fonte.
Who's this kid for you guys? Who is Vasquez? Thank you.
Fonte gets the first takedown here, and he now leads 2-0 over Johnny Vasquez of Morris Hills. Trying to work a cradle there is Fonte. And referee Frank Leitner is going to call them out of bounds with 1:22 left here in the first. Now here we go, referee's position. Now we're back over with Fonte on top. Trying to work a crossface there is Fonte. He was going to try and get, it looked like he was going to try and get a Turk, but now he's looking for a stack there over Johnny Vasquez and, you know, getting some back points. He should get at least 2 if I'm not mistaken, and he does. He gets 2 back points on that. Fonte is going to lead this one 4-0 with 55 seconds left in the first. Almost looked like it was a near side cradle attempt there. He's just going to drop down to the leg, lift him back up, and try and adjust here. He could have thrown a half there if he was in a good position to do it. If he was quick enough there, he could have thrown in a half to try to run it really quick, which he is going to do now. He's going to run up half. He's going to get some back points out of it. He should get at least 3 if Fonte does not stick him here. Got 23 seconds left here in the first.
It's close. Just got to adjust. I think if he gets on his toes there, readjusts.
And he gets the pin. Mendham leads now 10-0 over Morris Hills. And that's something that Mendham definitely needed at the lower weights as we now approach here at the 120 bout. So here we go. Frank trying to get into that quick takedown there. He gets the takedown. He now leads this 2-0.
We're working on Wi-Fi. It's wonderful.
All right, here we go. Frank trying to work on this takedown here. Trying to work a power half there. Oh, now he's got the wrist control there. And now he's just going to cut him here. Not much going on top here. So now Frank is going to lead this one 2-1. And now working the near side cradle there is Frank. As we try to get this one. And now he gets the takedown. He's got the near side cradle here. And he's just trying to run it for dear life. He's going to lead this one 4-1 right now. Unless if he sticks him. And he is, ooh, not quite. Oh, what a turnaround of a turn of events here for Mendham. This is something that's definitely huge. Looked like he was going to get himself pinned there. And now Frank now reverses and gets back points of his own. My goodness, what a crazy turn of events here for Morris Hills. And it gets the pin.
Frank gets the pin. Over who, I have no idea.
But that now puts Morris Hills on the board with a 10-6 lead.
We'll figure out who it is because they're not announcing anybody, so we'll just guess.
So here we go. We're starting at the 126 bout with Mendham, who sent out first here. And this one here at 126 is going to be Jaden, they said, for Morris Hills.
All right. Somebody from Mendham. So we're going to call the score that way because I can't guess as we're doing the track. And they don't announce anybody. So I'm just supposed to assume I know every Mendham wrestler with their headgear on. Good to know.
So there you go. Both wrestlers trying to work on their feet. Trying to definitely hand fight there with Jaden getting the appropriate, initiating the action here from the looks of it as they both roll out of bounds. And now we start here with a minute 32. Jaden trying to get in on a sweep single leg there. He's got the single leg right there. Just wants to drag him down here. Trying to lift up, do what he can. Switching now to a double leg. And very near to takedown. He gets the takedown here, and he leads it 2-0 with a minute 15 left in the first period. So here we go. We're continuing here with the first period. Minute 15 left in the first. Jaden working from the top position here, trying to work a tilt. 126 pounds here. He's going to get at least 3 back points here. If he does not stick him, he doesn't. And like I always say, folks, if you haven't really followed up with wrestling much, it's very hard to really be able to stick apart as far as like, when you're working for a pin, it's hard to pin somebody in a tilt. It does happen very often, but sometimes it's pretty tricky too. So, we definitely get with what we can. So here we go. Jaden he's trying to work trying to work the claw there. He was trying to get an arm bar, try to put the wrist back here, but was not able to really do so. Here we got 35 seconds left. He's going to get at least another set of back points here if he does not stick him, just working a hazard tilt. He's going to probably get at least 3. It looked like it was at least 3 back points there. We'll see what the official, Frank Leitner, says. Has not called any back points here because he is still working for the pin. I think it looks like Jaden might try to get this pin right here. And just needs to readjust himself just a little bit. If he can get himself in that position to do so, he'll be in a good position to pin him. But the time runs out, and Jaden is going to get 3 back points of his own on that one. He's going to lead this one 8-0. Mendham defers. Jaden is going to go neutral to start the second period, and that's just something that is really smart for them to start off with because he's just been dominating in this bout. So here we go. We got Jaden trying to work something from here. A nice underhook there. Just a nice trip. Jaden gets that takedown. He's going to lead at 10-0 now. Trying to work, a little bit of a Turk here. Trying to get some back points here. Wants to try to throw in a bit of a cross face and try to Turk him back to get some kind of back points here. Any bonus points is going to definitely be beneficial here for Morris Hills if they want to come out on top of this dual meet tonight. Still keeps working. Just needs to run a little bit more. He's in a good position, kind of, but he needs to readjust a little bit if he wants to get some more back points, and if not, want to try to pin him. And he's going to get at least 3 back points here. So here we go. He's trying to work another near side points there. He's going to get some back points. If he does not stick him, he's going to get at least a tech fall here. And I think if you're Morris Hills, that's something that you definitely, any bonus points are going to really count here. But they obviously want the pin here. They should be able to get it any second here. He does look flat from our angle point. But, again, we're not the official. This is Frank Leitner. And he calls the pin. With 11 seconds left to go in the second period, Jaden Barreto is your 126-pound winner for Morris Hills, as Morris Hills now leads 12-10 over Mendham. And now we head into the 132-pound weight class.
Who's this for you guys? I have no clue. His last name's Acevedo.
So here we go. Here, start at the 132-pound weight class here. We got Kalen Acevedo here from Morris Hills as he gets the nice takedown here. And from Mendham, momentarily we will get the name from for Mendham as he leads it 2-0. Impressive. So here we go. They're trying to work for the crossface, well, not crossface, I'm sorry. They're getting the wrist control here as he just keeps trying to do what he can. Oh, almost looked like he was in a toe. Oh, and I'm surprised right there. That's a nice mat return there. I'm a little bit surprised. You know, that wasn't called for there a little bit. I thought both arms had to be free in order to return your wrestler like that. But again, I'm not sure all of the rules as far as that goes. But here we go. They keep going for the back points here. He gets another Turk right here. The back points are coming. Frank Leitner is just doing everything he can. Impressive. And he gets the pin. So here we go. We get to start at the 138-pound match here.
Let's go, Jeffrey.
And we got Jeffrey from Morris Hills over here, as they said, to the right of us.
Stay low.
As we go ahead, he tried to get the attempt here of the takedown, but front headlock here for the Morris Hills. Again, we apologize for everything right now, but
yeah, we're trying to figure out who's wrestling. They're not announcing anybody, and the Wi-Fi is horrible here, so we're not finding out. All I know is it's Cole Geary and Jeffrey Kadadavid right now, and if somehow I could actually get on the track and put the results in, you'd see a scoreboard with everything, but it won't work.
Gotta love technology sometimes.
Oh, I gotta love it so much I want to smash it against the wall.
Well, we do the best that we can with it here as we got minute 15 left here in the first period with the score tied at 2 in this bout here. As Geary just trying to, for dear life, it looked like he was trying to get a nice twister there. No back points rewarded for that because it was not long enough. He's got that one arm trap there. It looks like a nice arm bar there. He's going to get some back points out of this one right here. Try and get whatever he can. Try to readjust his hips a little bit. He could get the pin here to put Mendham in a position. 18-16. Morris Hills now leads by 2.
Nice pin, 1 minute in the third period.
Impressive right there. That's something Mendham definitely needed. As we now head into the 144-pound weight class. Here we go. Morris Hills sent out first. Mendham sends out second. And here we go. The 144-pound weight class is underway.
Stay low. Hey.
Got Greg Voiles here versus James Recto.
And that's a nice name to have, James. Very nice
not
name.
So much.
I like that name.
Nobody's not a fan of that name.
Well, you know what they say. All Jameses are know-it-all, so.
That's true.
Here we go. We got it.
And annoying. All right, we'll put the track back up. Hopefully we got this correct. 18-16.
There we go. Nice cradle move there. He's trying to get the near side cradle. He gets the takedown, lead it 2-0. The match was stopped here for, I think, blood time, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they're looking at the arm there for the Mendham wrestler of Gregory Voiles.
I don't know if he's got a bloody nose.
A bloody nose or something bloody on his fingers. Who knows? As they try to clean up the blood here.
For anybody who's watching us on YouTube, the results are going up in the live chat. So for previous matches, we're going to try to get it set up. And I also have, might be a little delay getting some of the track stuff up, but we're going to get the names. The stat girls from Mendham are actually going to tweet me because we're across the mat, as you can see them across there. So there might be a delay in the beginning of the match, but we will have everything as far as what we're going with there. So right now, Morris Hills leads 18-16. James Recto's up 2-0 here at the 144. We started at 106. I'm going to have a little blood time, clean up a little bit. While we have this time, go visit our social media pages. Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Twitter, @GardenStateHSW. Instagram, @GardenStateHSWrestling. And also, if you look down on that little left-hand screen right there, on your YouTube you're watching us, like and subscribe. You'll see when we have our upcoming matches. I know we got a big Saturday planned. There's some stuff coming up, including the Big North Championships at PCTI starting at 9 o'clock with the championships at 11. We have some interviews we're going to be doing with the winners at the HWS. That'll be a separate podcast we're doing, and that'll be up as a separate video. But any content we post, check us out. You'll get notifications when we put it up.
Still some more blood time here. Let me ask you this. Have you ever got a bloody nose before when you wrestled?
No, I haven't gotten any bloody noses until I got married, and that's usually when I tell my wife, no Disney. She hits me with a stiff right in the mouth.
Well, who doesn't love Disney? That's all I got to say. Who doesn't love Disney?
If you can't see it right now, I'm raising my hand. My wife loves Disney. I'm not so much a fan.
Yeah, I grew up watching all sorts of the Disney films. I still have a whole collection of them.
No, it's fun, but it's like, you know how I look at Disney. I love going on vacation with my wife. But you ever see the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray? It's the same thing over and over again, and it just costs me money that I can't get back at the end of the day.
Well, I can't remember the last time. Well, I went to Disney in 2009. That's the last time I went. I'd love to go down again.
Next time my wife needs to go, you can go with her.
Oh, sounds good. Nice free trip.
No, it's not free. You got to pay it. You got to cover her costs.
Well, I'm a recovering college student, so. And Recto now leads this one 2-0. A nice mat return that he did previously. Going to stop for blood again. Perfect. Gotta love watching blood time.
I haven't seen this much bleeding since Chuck Wepner, the Bayonne bleeder.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I don't think I've really seen a lot of wrestlers in quite a while to really get as much bloody noses as we are seeing here right now.
Don't forget to visit our sponsors when you get a chance, especially some of the local ones when you get a chance to come up here to Mendham matches. If you're here for a quad on the weekend or such, Mendham Bagels right across the street from the high school, about a quarter mile up the road. Great. That's always where I get my breakfast. Same complex, Frank's Pizza and Restaurant in Mendham. Quality pizza. I go there and eat as much as I can. Action Towing of Chester. I use them for all my auto repair needs. And then our main sponsors, Harrington Companies and Dan Warner Coffee, Champion Athletes.
Here we go, the nice taped up nose situation. I can't remember the last time I saw a nose get taped up like that in a while.
He looks like RoboCop.
And, you know, it's kind of funny because I thought they would have had him take off his headgear and then tape it around his nose.
Nope, forget that. They don't do that here. He looks like RoboCop like he's ready to say, I protect and serve. That's an old – and I'm not talking that crappy remake they made. I'm talking the originals.
I have not seen RoboCop yet, so don't spoil anything too much for me.
James, get off my stream. Get off my stream right now.
Hey, listen, you still owe me gas money.
Get off my stream. I don't know what you're talking about. Get out of my stream.
All right, we go ahead. We got, 16 seconds. Stopped again for –
More blood?
Yeah, I believe so, yes. Well, this first period seems like it's taking forever to get through with all the stoppage. This is already like the third one that we've had.
I'll tell you what, if there's anything my wife loves, it's long wrestling matches.
Well, I'm sure she likes really sitting with you with all those the tournaments all day, like MCTs, HWS. I'm sure she loves sitting with you with that, right?
What I'm going to do is she's going to be my helper this weekend. So we're going to get up at 7:30 in the morning. We're going to go cover wrestling at PCTI for 6 hours. And then we're going to drive from Wayne. We're going to go out to Phillipsburg, and we're going to record. We'll be out there for like 3-4 hours. We should get home probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. It's her dream come true.
Awesome. That's beautiful right there.
And if you believe that, I got a bridge I could tell you.
Look like they're cleaning up a little bit of blood from that side of the mat. Blood time is cut, so here we go. We're getting back into it here with 15 seconds left here in the first, with Recto leading 5-0. Another nice mat return by Recto. And that is the end of the first, with James Recto leading 5-0 over Gregory Voiles and Mendham. They deferred. Mendham's choice. They're going to take neutral to start the second.
Stay low.
So there we go. Both wrestlers looking at each other, trying to get some hand fighting there. We're leaning on the head as Voiles with his right arm. Trying to get low, a nice low stance there from both wrestlers. A little bit of hand fighting, head tap a little bit. Just grabbing each other's wrists here to get some kind of wrist control. And we're just continuing on with this match here from the midpoint here. We got Voiles that's just trying to get a takedown, but nicely sprawled out by Voiles. He's going to get that takedown here, nicely defended by Recto. Now he's going to lead this one 7-0.
Trying to run something here. Got a crossface tilt. He's going to get some back points here.
Yeah, I think he'll get at least, well, now he's readjusting, so now he's going to settle back for some more back points. So if he does not stick him here, he's going to be guaranteed at least 3. And he's going to get 3 back points here. Lead at 10-0 James Recto. He's readjusted. Now he's getting some more back points here again. With a nice Turk thrown in there. Nice job by James Recto. He's going to get 3 more back points.
This is going to be it right here.
Yep. Tech fall right here if he does not stick him. And that is the tech fall. James Recto, your 144-pound winner here for Morris Hills with a 15-0 tech fall. Morris Hills now leads. They say 21-16, but it should be 20. There you go. That's right. So they just fixed it. So now it's 23-16. Morris Hills in the lead as we approach here at 150 pounds with Morris Hills, who were sent out first. Looked like they're cleaning up some more blood there. It was definitely a very bloody bout. Like I said, I can't remember the last time I really saw a wrestler with a bloody nose. It's been quite a while. And here we go. The match is underway.
Thank you.
So Peter Bode here for Morris Hills and Matthew King from Mendham. Some head fighting here for both wrestlers, but mostly Bode is initiating the action here for Morris Hills. Gets in on a single leg. He has a single leg right there, nicely sprawled out by King. And nice, I have not seen any wrestlers do that yet with the shoelaces on the mat. That's great sprawling defense right there. As Bode gets the nice takedown here to finish it, and he's got a 2-0 lead. So now he's just continuing the work here as he's trying to, look like now he's got a little bit of a crossface. He's working a front headlock here. Might turn into the front headlock for the wrestlers here for Bode. And this is going to be near an escape point here for Matthew King, I believe. And he's going to get himself in a near side cradle. He gets the pin with Morris Hills extending their lead 29-16. So here we go. We're going to head into the 157-pound weight class. With both wrestlers to send, this should be Mendham's choice right here to send out first. But it's actually, oh, my bad. It was Morris Hills they sent out first. And we got both wrestlers here right on the mat. They're adjusting the clock here. Both wrestlers shake hands, and the match is underway at 157 pounds here with Patrick Rooney from West Morris Mendham and Roger Barazuta from Morris Hills. All right, Barazuta.
We will butcher names left and right. I'm going to say Barazueta.
Or sometimes it would be better just to call them by their first name sometimes. That's what I would do. That's what Shane and I do all the time if we can't get last names. With Rooney in on a, no, not Rooney, excuse me, Roger on a single leg there, but nicely defended by Rooney. With shoelaces on the mat there to try to extend his sprawl there. I believe Frank Leitner is going to call the stalemate here in a minute if there is no more action occurring here. And he does here with 1:11 left here in the first period. And both wrestlers are going to restart here in the neutral position. So here we go, a nice, like a nice ankle pick there. Didn't quite get the takedown quick enough, but now he readjusted and got the takedown to lead it 2-0. He's going to cut him. It's now 2-1.
I don't know if that was
Roger.
a cut. Rooney got up. That wasn't more of a release. Rooney fought out of that because you see Roger was trying to keep him down a little bit.
Roger getting the other takedown here. He's trying to get it. He's trying to finish as much as he possibly can with it. But nicely defended by Rooney. But Roger comes out on top, muscles it out, and he now leads it 4-1 here. Now he's just going to work this thing on the top here. Now he's working a crossface there. In this sort of position, he's trying to work for a far side cradle here. I think he just needs to readjust a little bit, move a little bit to the side to try to get the cradle in completely. I think he's got it locked up, but it's hard to see from our advantage point here.
Don't forget to check in a little later tonight. I will have all the results from today on my website, including some interviews with some wrestlers from here. And we'll have that up a little later tonight. And I'll have the recap of all the Northwest Jersey Athletic Conference, the NJIC, the Big North, and the Skylands.
So here we go. We start in the second period. Trying to work from the side there, trying to get another crossface there is Roger. Trying to work everything there. Now he's trying to work from the underneath the leg there. And now both wrestlers, you know, Rooney trying to work up here from his base. Almost near an escape, but not quite.
A little close to the edge, he turns, he wants to get up. Nice readjustment there by Roger. Rooney looked like he was in good position, thought it was. I honestly think Rooney's headgear came kind of down on his eyes because it looked like he was a little towards there when he came down. Like it just looked like the one strap was down and it gave Roger a chance to get around.
Yeah, and I think, you know, like I said, he was near the escape point there, but I think Roger was just able to readjust there, bring him back down to the mat and try to work everything that he can from the top position.
So here's what I'm going to do with track as we get it so there's not a confusion. Once we get the names in, I'm going to take the track down at the beginning of the match, and then I'll put it up, so we'll keep it up. James will update as we're going with the scores. We should get it because we have a pretty good system. They're not announcing the wrestlers, but they are going to tweet me the names, so that way I know who's who. And then once we get that set up, I will send it back over with track. So there will be a scoreboard. We're just trying to figure it out with everything. And usually we're going to plug into the scorers table scoreboard, but we're doing it this way.
It's a good thing that they're working with us, too, in terms of that.
The Stat Girl, you know, like that's the thing. Most teams are. They understand what we're doing here, and most of the Stat Girls especially, they'll send this stuff over and get it done.
And knowing, you know, a lot of families that are watching this, they want to know who's who. So you definitely understand as far as, like, making sure the name is right.
Rooney's one of the wrestlers that Coach Big talked about in the beginning of the season that he was going to rely on. So it's interesting to see what he could do here.
As he's getting a nice reversal there at the end of the second period. He's going to go into this period, in the third period, only trailing by 1, 4-3.
And you know Coach Billette is not happy about that. He tells Roger to take down. You almost wonder if he's going to let him go neutral, which I think that's what they're going to do.
Yep, and that's exactly what Coach Bake is going to do. Now that's going to give Rooney to work 2 minutes to try to get a takedown here. I always like that decision. It gives you a whole period to work a takedown because both wrestlers have been having a hard time tonight as far as finishing, you know, the takedowns and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. If you're down, if you're up a point, why waste a minute riding him if you don't think you're going to keep him down or get a tilt? Might as well let him up and just go for the takedown, see it there. I never understood that, where they would let a wrestler go down and do something like that. So, and this looks like it might pay off as Rooney's in there. He's got the D. If he can pull his head out and turn and just turn inside, he might get the takedown here. But good defense by Roger, but now he's on his butt. Rooney's got to pop his head up here, and he'll get the 2. He's got to keep moving forward.
There you go right here. I think Frank Leitner is going to call this a stalemate any second, though, because there is neither one improving position. And he does. Nice call by me.
A little early, in my opinion, but I understand what he's looking for there.
Yeah. Here we go. We got 1:09 left here. Almost attempt there. Nice double leg takedown here for Roger Berzuda. Now he extends his lead 7-3 with 1 minute left in the third period. Here we go. Roger trying to work now. He breaks it down with the ankle, breaking his base down from Rooney. Gets that crossface. He's trying to work another crossface there, trying to get some kind of cradle here. And he's going to cut him with 7-4. Roger with 25 seconds left here in the third period. Both wrestlers just hand fighting here, but Roger just muscling his way through and gets another takedown. He leads this one 9-4, but got to give credit to Patrick Rooney. He wrestled a tough match up until this point.
He's going to get the 9-4 loss here. It's going to now be 32-16. for the Scarlet Knights. Getting tough here. Mendham is almost going to have to pin out, and I know you got Matt Leslie waiting over there for Morris Hills.
One of their top,
one of the top guys in the county.
Yeah, definitely. So they're going to have to. I see, Coach Big over there is trying to get his team ready to go. And before looking with his clipboard there, he knew some kind of strategy that he was going to have to use to beat Morris Hills. But it's getting late in the match here, the dual meet. So he's got to get something cleared up here if he wants to win this one. So here we go. The match is underway. Chris Piazzi from Morris Hills, and
Piazza. We know how it works.
Piazza, sorry.
And then Kyle Starr from Mendham.
Trying to get a single leg, almost attempt there from Piazza, but both wrestlers just go out of bounds. With 1:34 left here. Ooh, something going on there a little bit. Not sure if he's gonna. Might take a little bit just to readjust. Maybe try to, take a deep breath there. I'm not sure, but it looked like he was kind of pointing to,
It's like a strain that a gentleman would get.
Yeah, definitely. So without getting too.
Yes, that's you recognize it as a man. You understand that issue.
You do. You do. At least we would hope you would. So, so here we go. The match restarts again here. 1:28 left here. Start with a shot attempt there, but not successful with it. But Piazza just getting in there, trying to manhandle Starr, but not successful there as both wrestlers go out of bounds. And here we go, nice, and Kyle Starr with the takedown. With a headlock attempt there from Chris, but Starr slips out of it and gets a takedown of his own. He leads this one 2-0.
I think Leitner signaled it with the green. It's actually red, so it is 2-0. I think that was a mistake on his part.
Yeah, definitely. And now the escape there is Chris Piazza, so it's 2-1 Kyle Starr. Now he's just got to circle his way back in here. And another headlock attempt, like a near
and they
kind
give
of
it to him.
I think that was a little bit of a quick takedown call there. I don't know. What do you think?
It was on the edge, but you want to let him kind of wrestle a little bit.
Yeah, I get that for sure. It looked a little quick from our vantage point, but,
Speak for yourself, sir.
Yeah,
No.
Frank Leitner is the official. I'm not.
He does a good job. Like we said, he's one of the best.
He is. And now Chris Piazza is just near an escape. He gets the escape here, a hard-fought escape. And now it's 4-2 Kyle Starr.
You wonder how much action we're going to see here in the last few seconds?
I don't think too much here. Not much as we head in to the second period with a 4-2 Kyle Starr lead. It's going to be Mendham's choice here. Looks like they're going to defer with Chris Piazza. He's going to choose bottom to start the second period here. As there we go, both wrestlers start up their way. Kyle Starr looking like Piazza just getting on. And a beautiful headlock there from Kyle Starr, something that they definitely do need. The momentum Mendham does need.
This would be a big pin if they could get it.
I think he's pretty close to a pin right here if he can stick him. I think he just needs to put a little bit more pressure.
He got to get up on his toes a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
There we go. That's exactly what he needed to do.
That's exactly what Mendham needed there, a pin from Kyle Starr to beat Chris Piazza in the second period. It is now a 10-point match. Morris Hills leads it 32-22. So here we go. We're going at the 175-pound weight class.
Well, I know who that is for Morris Hills.
Yeah, Matt Leslie, one of the pound-for-pound wrestlers here for Morris Hills. And we'll see who his opponent is. And the match is underway. Matt Leslie from Morris Hills. And wrestler for Mendham that we will get the name for momentarily. As Matt Leslie tried almost near not near a takedown. Oh! A little bit of a slap in the face there. But I don't think Morris Hills liked it, but Matt Leslie initiating that by getting a near pin here of his own.
Matt Leslie was so incensed by that, he was trying to go for the pin before I got the name.
You missed everything there, Don. You missed it. It was pretty interesting how that happened. And now it's a 5-1 lead here for Matt Leslie. He's just trying to just muscle his opponent through with everything that he possibly can. He gets the takedown of his own. It's now 7-1. Matt Leslie from Morris Hills. As Leslie, oh, he's just going to cut him. Looked like he was going to try to pin, but. Yep, he did give him the escape, so it should be 7-2 there, as Frank Leitner did indicate neutral. So both wrestlers should be starting neutral here, and they do. Matt Leslie, another takedown. Beautiful double leg takedown. He leads this one 9-2. We're approaching 22 seconds left here in the first. With Matt Leslie, he's just trying to work what he can from the top position here. Trying to work a nice tilt there from Matt Leslie. He could get the pin here. He does. With 10 seconds left here in the first, Matt Leslie pins. And I think at this point here, unless Mendham can pin their way out, I think this match is pretty much Morris Hills at this point. I think they're in a position here where they could close this match out here. So here we go. We go to the 190-pound weight class here.
This is Jack. I'm going to horribly mispronounce his name. Sukanacek. And we're going to see who for Morris Hills.
First name. So there we go. Both wrestlers underway here. 15 seconds into the first. Just trying to feel each other out as both of these wrestlers. Here we go. Leaning on the head there is Ivan. The near attempt there to try to, both wrestlers there just trying to feel each other out. Trying to lift there is Ivan, and he could get the escape, not the escape, I'm sorry, he gets the takedown here, he leads it. Okay.
That's Andres Orlando.
Andres Orlando. So he's going to cut him here. It's going to be 2-1 in this bout with 42 seconds left here in the first. Got 27 seconds left here in the first period, with both wrestlers just trying to feel each other out there after a little bit of excitement there from that takedown there. We got 15 seconds heading into the first. Oh, almost a Russian arm tie there, and a nice snap there. We got 3 seconds, 2, 1, and we got a 2-1 lead here from Andres Orlando. And this is Jack's choice here. He's going to go bottom to start the second period. So here we go, the start of the second here. And the escape belongs to Jack. He leads, and now the score is tied up here at 2. A nice front head, not quite a front headlock there yet, but in position to get that, but not successful with it. From Orlando, both wrestlers just hand fighting, leaning on the head. Not willing to give up an inch here. They realize what kind of position they are in. Both wrestlers feeling each other out. Jack with somewhat of a shot there attempt, but not too successful with that one. As he's just feeling each other out. Now he's leaning on the head there, head to head, face right there are both wrestlers. Well, Jack going in for a single. It looked like almost a double, but he gets only into one single leg there, but nicely defended off by Orlando. And Orlando, and nicely done there from Orlando to get out of that takedown attempt there from Jack. We got 40 seconds left here in the second period with both wrestlers just feeling each other out. Got 25 seconds left here in the second. Not much really going on here in this kind of period here. So the third period is really going to come crucial here for both of these wrestlers here. So we'll see what happens when that time comes. But we got 10 seconds left here in the second here. I think at this point, both of these wrestlers are just going to have to figure it out in the third period of seeing what they're going to do. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Morris Hills, Andres Orlando is just going to choose neutral here to start the third period. I thought that was kind of an interesting call right there too. But I think Coach Billette over there feels that the energy of what Orlando can do from the neutral position. So we'll see if that really pays off here as Jack gets another takedown attempt there, but wasn't successful. Nicely defended from Orlando. As both wrestlers get back to their feet there. Wrist control from Jack, just doing what he can to control the wrist. A nice drag there from Jack.
I think we got it figured out. This is what happens when you ask people in the crowd for names, and it gets confusing.
It does. The front headlock of their attempt, and a takedown there from Andres Orlando with 1:03 left in the third period. He leads it 4-2. And a slip up there. Jack needs to get the reversal here, and he gets the reversal here. 52 seconds left in the third period. We are all tied up here at 4 apiece. We're going to see what Coach Bake decides to do here. Is he going to allow Jack to just ride him out here, go into overtime, or get back points, or cut him? And it looks like he might try to ride him out here, maybe get some back points here to try to win the match. So here we go. Both wrestlers feeling each other out. Trying to get the wrist control there from underneath is Jack.
Jack's trying to turn him here, see what he can do.
Yeah, a nice breakdown there from the base. Now he's got wrist control there. He's got the other wrist. See what he can do with that. Now working from the underneath there is Jack. We've got 19 seconds left here in the third period. And what a very exciting bout that this match has turned into be.
Yeah, this is what you expected from the whole thing. I mean, it's back and forth, so we'll see if he gets him, holds him here, tries to hook him. See if he can get those back points. He may be on the edge. He's got to go a little more.
Oh, very, very close there for back points, but not going to go in the way as we're going to go into the 1 minute overtime period with the first takedown wins. But the momentum here from Mendham right now is just insane of what's going on right now. So let's see what happens here. Who's going to get it here? If not, it will be decided in rideouts. Both wrestlers not willing to give up an inch there, but
nice pick there with Jack.
Yeah,
real close to the edge.
You know, impressive right there. He's going to get the takedown
right there.
He gets it. He wins it 6-4 in sudden victory number 1. Impressive finish there from Jack.
When you get to these big guys, sometimes it's a little tiring with some of the weight.
But that was just an exciting match there in the third period. Awesome job from Mendham. That's something they definitely needed.
Now, I'm going to guess, but this looks like Anthony Prestia.
So this one is going to be, sounds like Diego from Mendham.
Diego Hernandez. And I was wrong. I think this is...
There you go. Oh, a nice underhook there from Brady Gabe of Morris Hills and Diego Hernandez of Mendham. Oh, just look at the muscles of Brady Gabe. Just a big boy right there. Someone that lifts in the weight room every day.
Looking at you weird.
Hey.
No, he's one of those, you know, you see these bigger guys, especially at 215. You know, when I wrestled 215, the guy was a fat guy. Now you got built guys because they're training and they're in shape. So, and you don't see any real, for the most part, you don't see any true limit heavyweights where they're close to that 275. A lot of them are usually the 215, 220 that kind of bump up is what you get with this. But yeah, you can tell these guys put the work in the gym.
Definitely. Just now, he's just overpowering Diego Hernandez there. Nothing against Diego at all, but just Brady Gabe is just so much to handle for him, but not really attempted to really get a takedown or anything yet.
If you can you tap Frank Leitner on the shoulder and tell him he's ruining my shot?
Well, I'll have a talk with him later and see what happens, but right now he's in tunnel vision. He's watching the wrestling. And he's just going to push him out of bounds there. Not sure. I don't think the Mendham crowd really liked that one. It was a kind of a push out of bounds there. I get that, but neither wrestler really, they're not really initiating like a takedown, or they're not really trying to get a takedown from either one. I think Brady's just being cautious or something. I don't know what's up.
He doesn't seem to want to be pushing the action, but we can, you understand. You're out here. You've already won the match, so Morris Hills is going to win. There's no way Mendham could, actually, there is a way Mendham could come back, but I've said in the past, it's a rarity. I've seen it happen before where a team's been up big going into the last match and somebody gets disqualified and throws a punch. If anybody remembers a couple years ago, West Morris versus Hanover Park, I was live watching that when it happened. So it is possible, but I don't think it's happening here.
No, I don't think so either. Unless they lose, unless if Morris Hills loses a team point here, it's not happening tonight. But Brady Gabe just overpowering Diego Hernandez. Just great strength there from Brady Gabe as he's trying to work there. Trying to get the underside, underneath that leg right there is Gabe. Getting a little bit sloppy up on top here, but Hernandez not really anywhere close to being out yet.
No, he's working him, but it's a little rough with the cross faces there.
I think so too. I'm surprised that the official has not called it yet. I thought he would have called. I thought he would have called the push out of bounds a point already, but I'm a little surprised he didn't get that one yet. But if he does it again, he might get him. And now it's a stall warning, the first stall warning that we've seen here tonight, and it's on Diego Hernandez.
That's interesting. I mean, he seems to be wanting to get, to work, but just so happens.
I just think the weight of Brady Gabe is just way too much for him, I think. And Brady Gabe just lifting Diego Hernandez back up. And Hernandez with
nice
the reversal.
Nice reversal.
Gabe got a little sloppy there, and Hernandez was able to overcome that one. With 17 seconds left here. With riding the legs is Hernandez.
Can I say I do find it funny that the Morris Hills crowd is getting a little upset with how rough they're saying Diego was when Brady was throwing forearm shivers?
Yeah.
Little strange.
I think both wrestlers are just feeling so frustrated because they're not really able to work anything. This is going to be, it's a tied score, so it's 2-2. And Gabe is going to take, looks like he's going to take bottom here to start the third. I gotta say, these upper weights have been kind of exciting for tonight. I'm not gonna lie. But I think they're just trying to get everything figured out here. I think as far as the scoreboard goes. And
I think there might have been like literally a second left at the end, and they're just resetting it here.
Yeah, I think that's really what it was. So here we go. Brady Gabe starts from the bottom position here. Diego Hernandez working from the top. So we go both wrestlers with Diego Hernandez riding from the top position. He is working to the side there, but Gabe kind of close to an escape. He's going to get the escape there. He's going to lead a 3-2 over Diego Hernandez. And
as a big guy, they always tell you 1, not 2.
Absolutely.
Especially not 3.
Now he gets the takedown there. Brady Gabe 5-2.
Couple more of those forearm shivers.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many it's been, but it's been quite a few already. I'm surprised that it's not been called yet.
I'm noticing it's funny that the Morris Hills bench isn't jumping up for when Brady's throwing them, but it's a little physical. And Frank Leitner's letting it go both ways. That's, you know what I mean? It's not like he's calling it one way for one person or another. He's letting them wrestle.
It's about being aggressive. It's about consistency. That's what he does best. So we're going to see what happens here with 49 seconds left here in the third period. Trying to pinch that elbow back there is Hernandez. And Hernandez is going to get hit with stalling again. That's going to be a point for Gabe. 6-2, Brady Gabe. So both wrestlers, Brady Gabe, he's got 17, 16, 15 seconds left here in the third.
Diego's going to have to do something. But you know what some of these matchups are too? Well, a lot of times you see people send out forfeits. The Morris County Tournament's coming up soon, and there's going to be seeding involved.
Yeah, and these, like these seeding criteria happen, these matchups, seeding's going to matter when the MCTs come.
Exactly, and that's why, you'll see it. Because, sometimes when you get a little later on, you'll have guys who will, who will just kind of let it go or go here or do that, So it's interesting to see.
Yeah, absolutely. So at this point here, Morris Hills did clinch the match here. but they're still sending out a wrestler for Morris Hills, and it looks like obviously they're probably going to send out somebody here from Mendham as well. So this looks like, if I'm not mistaken, it's Shane Davison from Morris Hills. And here we go. The match is underway here. The last bout of the night, 285 pounds, Shane Davison of Morris Hills. And Rosario Montana from Mendham. As Davison lifts back up. Great mat return there from Davison. But the escape there goes to Montana, so it's going to be 2-1. Shane Davison of Morris Hills. And Shane Davison is one of the he's actually the reason how Morris Hills beat Kittatinny in that match. He was able to pin at heavyweight to put them in criteria and win.
Do you know what criteria it was for them to win?
I think it was criteria F it was?
It was.
All right, good job.
It was.
All right, a little extra pocket money now from just getting that one right. You should get a prize for that, right?
You do. You get to work with me again.
All right, awesome. An extra match.
This Saturday at the PCTI. At PCTI with the Big North semifinals and championships.
That'll be really exciting to see how that one goes. I don't see a whole lot of Passaic County wrestling, so that'll be fun to see.
It'll be interesting to see because, you know, we won't know who's there till Friday night because they're going to have they're going to have 4 different locations where 4 teams are going to wrestle, and then the winner of that each location will go down. So think of it similar to how the Final Four is when they get to like the Elite Eight. They'll have 2 matches. The winner will advance to PCTI for the championship. So it's going to be fun.
So how many teams are going to be there exactly? Did they tell you?
There's only going to be 4, but it's a total of 12.
Okay, so that should be really interesting.
Yeah, it'll be 12 on Friday, 4 at 4 different locations. Is that right? My math's horrible. 16. It'll be 16 teams, 4 at 4 different locations, and then the winners of each location will then go to PCTI and wrestle in the semifinals and finals.
Interesting. That's an interesting way of how they did it, but hey. So Shane Davison is going to lead this one 2-1. And Montana is going to take bottom to start the second period here. And here we go, Shane Davison riding from the top position there, trying to break down his Montana's base right there. Nice job getting him back onto the mat there. Montana just not quite quick enough there to get the escape, so it's now still a 2-1 lead for Shane Davison. So now we got the ankle broken down there by Shane Davison. Great job by him. Trying to get another crossface there, Shane Davison. It's nice to see that Morris Hills, it looks like a lot of the wrestlers, their favorite thing, it's just like the High Point way. They all love cradles because I've seen a lot of crossfaces tonight from a lot of the Morris Hills wrestlers.
100%. That's something they teach. They're very regimented in what they teach. So you're going to see a lot of the same moves from 106 to heavyweight. There's no separating and differentiating. They teach their squads everything.
And you would think that from 106 up, you would think that all the teams would have been able to figure that out and not let that happen already.
But when you're teaching it so well, there's nothing you can do about it.
Just like with the Bloomfield tilt. When we used to go wrestle Bloomfield, Coach Rogers always said, watch for the tilt. They love tilts. And broken back down here. Davison just doing a nice job. Just riding him out here. Doing what he can. As we're approaching 36 seconds left here in the second period with Shane Davison having a 2-1 lead. And, ooh, almost looked like a nice mat return there. Looked like he had wrist control there, but a nice mat return, but not quite successful in being able to finish it. So now the bout is tied at 2 here with 18 seconds left in the second period. So now we're approaching 10 seconds. Both wrestlers, I think they're just going to feel this one out, let this one go into the third period. And I think it's just appropriately so. And we'll see where Davison goes. I'm pretty sure he's going to go bottom here. I think one of the coaches looked like they wanted to indicate if they were going to cut him, if Davison Was going to go bottom. Let's see if that one is right. No, they look like they're going to. They look like they're going to let Montana ride this one. So there you go. Davison getting the quick escape there 3 seconds into the third period. He now leads this one 3-2. Both wrestlers just feeling each other out. Looking like a little tiredness from both wrestlers here. I think, when you're wrestling heavyweight, it's definitely a very tiring weight class, to say the least. So, these matches usually end up being really tight, or they end up ending in a pin. Not going to try and jinx anything. I don't think we're going to be really seeing a pin here in this bout, but you never really know. There's still a lot of time left here in the third, as we got 1:15 left here in the third. So Montana needs the takedown here. Again, not that it's really going to make much of a difference as far as that goes, but Davison's just going to need to try to get what he can here as we approach 55 seconds left here in the third period, with Davison leading 3-2. And it looks like it's probably going to stay in this. We got 40 seconds left here. Neither wrestler, I think Davison just really wanted to just try to be conservative here, not really do anything really too crazy here. Knows the match is already clinched here regardless of what happens. So I don't think we're going to see too much action here. I don't think we're going to see any more shots here in the heavyweight bout, as we're approaching 20 seconds left here in the third.
This has been an exciting match so far.
It really has. These upper weights is what really has made it exciting from both sides, really. We got 8 seconds left here in the third. We got, Davison getting a little bit sloppy there, but Montana just trying to snap him down. It's not going to happen here. And Shade Davison puts the exclamation point on the Morris Hill victory by winning 3-2. With the final score here tonight, 44-25, Morris Hills on top.
As the teams here shake hands, let's do a little social media stuff. You can follow us on GardenStateHSWrestling.com on Facebook, on Twitter at GardenStateHSW, on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you look on the little video right there on the bottom on the left, you're going to see the like and subscribe. Click that. You can follow us for not only all our upcoming matches, but all the content we put up and everything we do. Also, don't forget to visit our sponsors. Great group of people who sponsor us, including locally the Mendham Bagel and Coffee Shop, Frank's Pizza and Restaurant of Mendham, Action Towing of Chester, and the main page sponsors who bring you this action each and every time, the Harrington Companies, and Champion Athletes Sport Nutrition, Dan Warnikoff. Now, here we are, Matt's side at the Harrington press box. James, talk a little bit about this match. Kind of got away from Mendham in the middle, and now they're sitting here. Just kind of talk about how you felt this match went.
I think Morris Hills is exactly who I thought they were on paper. I think they really came into play. They won the toss-ups that they really wanted to do. And again, it came down to the coin flip. I believe Morris Hills got the better end here tonight, but that does not mean that Mendham is not going to come back fighting hard when it comes to the later on in the season. So a Morris Hills win here, but Mendham is going to try and fight back from this loss here tonight.
Yeah, Mendham's got some quality matchups coming up. I know they still got Del Barton on the schedule. They still have Poe John on the schedule. I think they still have Mount Olive on the schedule. They have West Morris on the schedule. So they got some quality matchups coming up, and we're heading obviously into the meat of the schedule. We're kind of getting in and everything. So another great night. You want to tune in for our next action, 9 a.m. Saturday. We're going to be live at PCTI. We're going to be calling the semifinals of the Big North Championship. I'm going to be on one mat. Shaney, Dunn, and James are going to be on another. We're going to be calling the action at 9, and then we're going to have the championships and third place match at 11 p.m. Or 11 p.m. If you're ever staying, I'm not staying at a place from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. My wife would love it, but I'm not so much with wrestling. 11 a.m. we'll be live with the first and third place matches, and then we're going to have a special probably later that night, early Sunday. I'm going to have an entire bonus video with all the winners of the HWS we're going to be at. So tune in then. For James Clarke, I'm Donald J. Brower. It's been a great night with Morris Hills winning 41-25 and taking this highly anticipated matchup in the NJAC American Division. But like I said, for